Hey everybody, welcome into the Sci-Fi Movie Reaction Terminal. I'm your host Expat along with my co-host Burley of Burleman Gaming. How you doing, Burley?
Doing good.
Yeah, so in this
How are you?
episode, I'm doing great, man. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about Prey. So yeah, Prey is now out. It's been out for about a week.
Hold on, you told me we were talking about Prey, the game from the Xbox 360.
No, we're not going to do that. No. So anyway, this is our reactions to the movie Prey. It was on Hulu and on Disney Plus Stars out internationally. And yeah, we're going to talk about it here. We're probably going to be throwing in some spoilers. So this is just a spoiler warning for all of you out there. If you have not watched the film yet, please go and watch it and then come back and watch our video. Okay. So it will, of course, be going to our Patreon at patreon.com/thearena_podcast for the first couple of days in early access and ad-free for all of our patrons. And then it will be going up to our YouTube channel at The Arena Productions. So yeah, and of course, for all of you patrons, Burley has an example of one of our stickers, our exclusive sticker that you can get over on Patreon if you become a patron at the tier 2 or above level. So yeah, go and check that out. All right, so yeah, so we're going to be talking about this, and man, oh man, this was a really good movie, Burley. And first of all, I want to talk about the scenery in this film because, you know, it was filmed last year in the summer in Calgary, out there in Canada. Yep. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you know, the Great Plains, you know, and it's based on the Comanche and in 1719, so in the early 18th century. Yeah, some good stuff, man. Yeah, what did you think of the scenery in this? It was really beautiful.
Oh, this scenery was is great, and it was very, I must say, a very well shot movie. And this surprised me that this is out on Disney Plus. They didn't just throw this to the theaters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I must say, the runtime. It's nice to see a movie that isn't 2 freaking hours. Yeah. Minimum 2 hours kind of day. As this is just nice. This was like, I think with the opening and stuff, like an hour and a half. So it's a nice, just pop it in, watch it. Nice, good movie.
Yeah, and for all of you out there that are new to our YouTube channel, of course, The Arena Productions, be sure to hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell for future content that we drop for those notifications. And we want to thank you all for your support over there on our YouTube channel as well. Yeah, so Burley, I also want to talk about, in this film, you see a lot of the gender base when it comes to the Comanche culture. So you see, you know, the men in the society are more of the warriors. They are the hunters, whereas
the gatherers.
The gatherers, whereas the women, they're more of the cooks and the learning the medicinal things in nature. And of course, Naru, in this film, the main character, played by Amber Midthunder, who was really, really good in this film. I really enjoyed her in this. And she is also on another CW TV series called Roswell, New Mexico. And she's originally from New Mexico, and she is also Native American. She's not Comanche, but she's from the Sioux tribe. So, yeah. But it shows how in the beginning of the film, she's basically, you know, into making medicines and everything. And then in the film, when they go out to search for one of the hunters that was looking for a mountain lion, you know, that had attacked this hunter, she was able to help him survive with the medicine that she had created. And it's interesting, these for example, flowers that she had made medicinal things with. She put it in his mouth, and he started to, you know, get really cold. And she was trying to explain to the others that, you know, the reason for that is it will stop the blood from circulating so much, and he'll survive that way. So, but I mean, the thing about Naru was, in this film, she didn't really want to be a medicine woman, or she didn't want to be like a cook. She wanted to be a hunter, like her brother, because her brother was one of the, the top hunters in the tribe, and her dream was to become, a hunter, and I really like that part of the film. What about you, Burley?
Oh yeah, I really like her story of her, like her arc throughout the film. You show she is good with the medicine and all that, but you also see really early on she's a good tracker.
Yes.
So you see that, and you can tell, like she early on when she's shooting, when her and the one warrior they've got their bows drawn, and there's the I think it was a hawk. I can't remember the bird type. It's got the one like salmon. She's like, you killed it. Why would you kill it? I was waiting for it to kill when it would come back, so I don't have to walk as far. So it shows like, she's really got her intelligence on there, and she's really good at studying and seeing stuff, and knowing the plan and all that.
Yeah. So in the comments, let us know what you thought of Naru's character, and we're interested to hear what you have to say about Naru and the Comanche tribe in this film. I want to get to the Predator now, Burley, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it looks like in the film, as it's coming out of the sky, it looks like it crash lands. But what's interesting is later on, you see that he kind of programs it to go back into space. Either that, or there were some others on the ship that left him there alone. So, I mean, it's interesting, that was kind of left unanswered, what actually happens to that ship. What do you think?
I think it was the one Predator that we get throughout this film was a little cocky, wanting to just come here and hunt. The others were like, okay, you want to hunt? Kick you off? See ya, we're gone.
Because at the end of the film, during the credit scenes and everything, you see like this Native American print, like a Comanche print, and you see 3 other ships coming into the atmosphere, into their territory there. So like maybe they're coming back. They're going to try to look for that other Predator. But I mean, and then one of the other great scenes of this film was, of course, the bear. And,
the bear scene.
Yeah, I thought I was getting Revenant vibes when I saw that. I mean, when the bear attacked Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant.
Okay.
It's like
I've only seen the trailer for The Revenant. I actually have not sat down and watched it. I know the whole scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brutal scene. And I thought, oh no, this is going to happen to her too. But it's interesting how the Predator, like, he shows up in all these, like different instances, and it's almost like he doesn't really think that she's a threat, and he's just he saved her life basically, because that bear would have broke through that trap, or the wood. It was like a beaver den.
Beaver dam.
Yeah,
beaver dam.
A beaver den. And oh man, I mean, it's like he just like they had a little fight there, but then he just whomped on it, man, and just picked it up. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, throughout the film, you see he kind of just doesn't, for a while, see her as a threat till he sees what she can do. But one of the cool things I did like is she shows her ingenuity off. Is she because earlier on you see her trying to hunt rabbits, and she's missing with her axe.
Right.
She's throwing the axe, and she just can't get them. But she ends up making her own rope and tying her axe to the rope.
Yeah, here it is. Here's that scene again. Yeah, the bear scene.
The bear scene.
Yeah.
Which I really did like, just showing that she's like, okay, I may not be as skilled in the hunting. I've got my ingenuity here. I'm going to constantly adapt and change things around, which I do like. That is something, because this is like a prequel to the original, that is something they do in the original Predator movie. Arnold adapts as well as the Predator.
Yeah.
Adapts.
Yeah, and she definitely adapts, and I'm going to show some of the images from the film too. Of course, you see here later on in the film, this is one of the pieces of technology that the Predator was using. And oh man, remember I mean, as we get farther into the film, we see the French trappers, of course, and we see, you know, the wanton destruction that they leave behind. Of course, it kind of reminds you of Dances with Wolves, with all of the buffalo and the bison just stripped of their fur and just you know, rotting out there in the plains. And so you see a scene like that that's similar to that here in this film, when Naru, you know, goes out there and sees all of that. But I mean, these French trappers, obviously, they catch her later and they try to make her and her brother out as bait. But boy, oh boy, boy, that Predator, man, he just took out those French trappers, man, just with ease. Yeah, and then of course later on she gets some pieces of the technology that the Predator used to kill and destroy all of the French trappers, and she's able to adapt and to use some of that technology to her advantage later on in the film, you know, and the environment, because there's another scene here that I'll show you. Of course, when she was caught in the mud pit. You know, it was almost like quicksand, and luckily she had her axe with her. If she didn't have her axe with her, she would have died in that. And she adapts, because later she uses the same exact area to lure the Predator into this area, and to use that faceplate, which was kind of like a laser sight, to her advantage. You know, later on in the film, as it came down to just her against the Predator. Yeah, how did you feel about that?
Oh, I did like that. Then I did like the first mud scene with her trying to get her out, and it took her a few tries with the axe. And then I do like that, because that when she does steal the faceplate from the Predator, because that was like her 4th or 5th encounter with it, because I can't remember the number of times, but she noticed that, so she knew to grab that. But one of my favorite little just like funny scenes in this movie is when the French are attacking the Predator. You got 3 of them with the old flintlock guns.
Yeah,
they all shoot. It pulls out its shield there.
Yeah,
it shields, blocks, and then they look at it, and then they're like pouring the gunpowder and, you know, tamping it down and all that. And the Predator just looks at them and be like, "You guys are so dead."
Yeah.
And then just annihilates the 3 of them. It was just so funny.
he's probably thinking, man, you guys are in the Stone Ages, you know. It's like with the technology that you guys have and everything. But that flintlock was, of course, used, you know, to Naru's advantage later in the film, because one of the French trappers that was a translator, of course, before he dies, he gives her that gun and actually teaches her how to load it. And it really helped her a lot towards the end, you know, which was interesting, because I mean, with the French trappers, as he was taking out all those French trappers, they were about to kill her, and he saved her again. Yeah. You know, and then right after he saved her, she turns around and tries to kill him. You know? So, you know, and
even when if she tries to kill him, she doesn't necessarily, he doesn't really go after her. He's going after her brother, because the brother grabs one of the horses and, you know, is shooting the bow. And I do love that scene with her brother fighting it, because her brother actually, because it's to show you how, because he is like one of their top hunters and all that.
Yeah.
Shows you, like, he gets the spear off. He doesn't just go, "Oh, I speared the thing, so it's got to be dead." No, he picks up his bow, gets an arrow, shoots an arrow in, goes in, pulls something out, and all that. Like, I love that fight, because it shows he knows, okay, if this thing's still standing, I got to just keep attacking till it's dead.
Yeah. So a lot of this film, I mean, very historically accurate when it came to the costumes, when it came to the actual, like the small village that they had there for the Comanche and all. So I really like that, and I really like we talked about earlier, like the scenery and everything, and how they you know, showed you know, Comanche culture and the lifestyle that they had there. So that was really cool. And the alien, or the not the alien, I should say the Predator. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Alien versus Predator now, because some of what they were talking about when they were producing and creating this film, they were thinking back to some of those previous films of Alien versus Predator and all. But I mean, just the Predator himself. I mean, he seemed to look more, of course, not as advanced as the Predator from the Schwarzenegger film, but but still, I mean, the technology that he was using was pretty cool, and it was brutal. I mean, like you were saying, it was pretty interesting, the fact that this was on Disney Plus, and of course it's a Hulu, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty violent, that's for sure. So not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart, but it still surprised me that this came out as just a Disney Plus Hulu. This didn't come to theaters. This was we're just giving you this to put on the platform.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering if they're just using this film kind of test the waters a little.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if there'll be a sequel to this or not, but most likely not. But yeah, we shall see.
Probably not. This is I feel this is just a one-off, and because the last Predator film I don't think did very well. I think they are just more using this to be like, okay, let's just see how this does. And if people are still interested, and this is if this draws interest, people enjoy, let's go back to it. Maybe we can try again. With a bigger film, with a bigger budget.
But I was really satisfied with the ending of the film. Obviously, spoilers. Obviously, her brother dies, but she, by defeating the Predator, she becomes the kind of like the master hunter of the tribe, and that was everything she really wanted, So, obviously there was a lot of loss, but her dream was fulfilled in a sense, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think I mean, if I had to compare it to all the other Predator films, I think this is right up there with the original. I mean, it is really solid. I really enjoyed it. How about you, Burley?
See, I haven't seen a lot of the other Predator films. I've seen Predator, the original, and this one. Like, I think I've seen bits of Predator 2. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of the other movies, but it's just none of them have been, good enough where I gotta sit and watch the whole thing.
Right.
Like, I've seen Alien vs. Predator, the first one.
Yeah.
And that one I did enjoy. But this, it's not as good as the original to me, but the original is just cheesy 80 action.
Yeah.
Because you got Arnold, you got Jesse Ventura, you got a few other great actors in there.
Yeah.
Just a great. But this is still a really good film, and I highly recommend, if you've got Disney Plus, just check it out, put it on. And it's not a long film, and it's you have ease of access.
Yeah, so we'd love to hear your comments on this film and what you thought of it. Do you think it's as good as the original Predator film? Let us know in the comments. And so this has been our reaction video to Prey. So we hope you enjoy it. And like we said before, obviously, leave your comments below. And if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell for future content that we drop. Of course, on our YouTube channel, The Arena Productions. So I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming. We hope to catch you in the next episode of the Sci-Fi Movie Reaction Terminal. So take care, everyone, and hope you enjoyed Prey. So until the next one, take care, everyone. Peace out.
Get to the chopper.